everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So this reading today is taking a look at your calling and what Spirit wants you to know about your calling. I don't know, give you advice, give you guidance, give you a little insight. Maybe you know what your calling is, maybe you don't. But in each reading, we will start out with a couple of cards that identify, what we're talking about in particular, so that you know if you're in the right place. Now, these three cards did come from the readings. I'm recording the intro after the videos. I don't know, to be fair, I don't know how much you're going to get from these particular cards about the exact calling. They are very important to the reading. So, take these cards with a grain of salt. Go with what your heart is telling you as far as which group to pick. And of course, very early on in each reading, we get right to the heart of it. The first two cards, and you'll know if it resonates or not. And if it doesn't, hop on a different reading. If you were brought here, I believe there's a message here for you. So appreciate you're being here at all, but I hope you do get the messages that are meant for you. So group one, your card is number 8, and it says dream come true with a shooting star. Group 2 is card number 9, and it says passion. And group 3 is card number 3, and it's growth. All right, y'all. So go ahead and select the card, the picture, the number, whatever resonates with you, the colors. Something is tugging at you, I would follow that thread and go down into the description box. You can click on the timestamp or the chapter of the group you want to listen to, and it'll take you right to your reading. And I'll see you there, y'all. Thanks. Hey, group 1. Okay, we're going to take a look at really what Spirit wants you to know about your calling. So they tell me everyone has a calling of some kind. Some people are more aware of them than others, but if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're at the very least aware you have one, and probably have some idea of what it is. So I'm going to pull some cards. I've got an oracle card. I've got a card here that's going to sort of indicate what your calling is, so you can make sure you're watching the right video. And maybe it will help you sort of narrow it down a little bit. And then we'll do some tarot and get messages from Spirit. Okay. All right. All right, so your card is 3 of matches, and I'll read you the words. I don't know if the words are going to relate to your calling or not, but it says foresight, expansion, and progress. Okay. And your oracle card, oh, it's a beautiful card. Card number 8, dream come true with a shooting star. All right, let me see what Spirit has to say about these. Give me just a sec. They're telling me that this calling of yours is a spiritual pursuit of some kind. That involves, say that again? You're saying it involves action. What does that mean, action? It's like you're going to be moving around. So your calling is in some way a spiritual pursuit. So you have some sort of spiritual calling that also involves a level of travel of some kind. And they're telling me this is something that you have dreamed of for a very long time. If not all of your life, then most of your life. Or, okay, they're pointing out the number 8 and saying for some it will be specifically in the last 8 years. This has been something like actively growing inside of you. It may have even been something that you wished upon a star about at one point. So take that as it resonates, but yeah, this is your reading. If you have a spiritual calling, possibly if you see yourself traveling with it, although you may not see yourself doing that, that doesn't mean you won't be. Because if you're here, that's part of the message. So, okay, well, let's look at your tarot cards. If that doesn't resonate, if that's absolutely not what your calling is, then you've probably already left the video. But if you haven't, you may want to check out one of the other groups. All right, your first card, beautiful, is the Magician. Okay. Then we have the Five of Wands. We have the King of Cups reversed. And one more, please. And the Page of Cups reversed. Okay, interesting. We're going to pull one more card just as the advice from Spirit. Although usually they give advice all the way through the reading, but this is their very specific advice. Okay. Nine of Cups. Okay. All right, give me just a second. I want to take these cards in, get any initial messages from Spirit for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Spirit is saying that your calling is more expansive than you realize right now, than you can actually even take in, like into your consciousness. It's bigger than you realize. They're saying it's because you are onto something that in some way nobody else is doing. Not like you are, or not like you plan to do or want to do. You have a unique angle that sort of gets to the heart of the matter and helps people with their problems, with their grief, with their healing, with their own abilities possibly, their own spiritual growth and expansion. They're saying there's not one avenue that you have to take or that you need to take. Right now you may think that there's one avenue, but that's not the case. You have many avenues. And through, as you grow into your calling, you're going to try all of them. You're going to try many, many things. You may end up narrowing it down to a handful, but it's definitely not just one. And it's not the thing you're thinking is not the only thing you will be doing, not by a long shot. They're all related in some way. They're all spiritual pursuits. But there is much more to this than you realize. So no wonder Spirit wanted to do this reading. They have a lot they want to tell you. Anything else before we look at the card, Spirit? Okay. All right. So let's start at the beginning. We have the Magician. You are powerful, they're saying. Whatever you do spiritually, whatever your pursuit is, whatever your calling is, it's not typical. It's not what everyone does. It may look and feel like something everyone does, but it's different in some way. And that's because you manifested it as you wanted it to be. It's kind of like you said to the universe, or you said to Spirit, I want to do this specific thing. And they gave it to you. And you studied and you learned and you grew into it. But it happened because you manifested it. Just want to see if they have anything else to say about that. Okay, they want to correct me. Not manifesting. You're not manifesting it. You are creating it. The subtle difference there. They're saying manifesting implies wanting it and asking for it and being open to receiving it. Creating is different. Tell me how creating is different. It's being open to something and wanting it, but actively making it happen. Actively pursuing it. Actively learning. Actively going after it. Actively making it your passion. Your calling. It's like you decided and made it so. And it's more than just wishing for it. It's more than just like law of attraction kind of manifesting, which is what we think of when we hear manifesting, which is why they corrected me, that it's not manifesting, it's creating. They're saying you did this. You should be proud of that. It's not over yet. You still have a lot of work to do. But they're saying we want you to know that we see how hard you've worked. And we see what you have created. And we're proud of you. Okay, well, that's very nice. All right. Then we have the Five of Wands. What do you want to say about the Five of Wands? Yeah, I mean, the Five of Wands indicates competition. They're saying you're going to be in a competitive field. Absolutely. There are a lot of people who, quote unquote, do what you do. There's some people who really have a corner on the market of it. Some people who make a lot of money doing what you want to do. So do you, is what I gather. Is that right? You're saying yes and no. It's not about the money for you. But you do hope to be very successful at it. You don't want to be broke. You don't want to be poor. And Spirit's saying that's not what we want for you either. You're meant to be abundant. Especially in your spiritual work. I know a lot of people think, oh, you shouldn't make money on your spiritual gifts or your spiritual work. Spirit's saying no. You are offering up your life to others and to spirit. And what more powerful pursuit could there be? What more rewardable pursuit could there be? If you don't think that the universe, excuse me, if you don't think that the universe will reward that, then you've got it all wrong. You're meant to be abundant. But there is a lot of competition for a relatively limited audience. Okay? Okay, say that. Okay, all right. Then we have the King of Cups reversed. They're saying this is an emotional business, what you want to do in some way. Whether you're dealing with other people's emotions and helping them heal, helping them with grief, helping them overcome situations or problems in their lives, maybe the energy in their bodies. But it is an emotional, it's an emotional situation, an emotional business in some way. Okay? They're saying you are up to the task because you're very in touch with your emotions. You understand them. You might have more emotions than most people, than other people. In other words, you might be an emotional being, but that's not a mistake. That's not an accident. You were meant to be emotional to help you understand and empathize with other people's emotions. You've had emotional experiences in your life, highs and lows and everything in between, to help you understand other people's highs and lows. Okay, Spirit is saying right now, where you are, you need a little bit of work managing it. Because your emotions can sometimes still be a little topsy-turvy, a little volatile. It's not unmanageable, just not ideal for what you want to do. You need to work on that a little bit more. Learn to tell me how to explain it. They're saying you need to learn how to create a bubble around yourself. Sorry, I don't know why I just laughed. Because I had a picture of a bubble, like a bubble boy. Sorry. That is not at all what they meant, but maybe kind of it is. It's the image they gave me, regardless. You need to create a bubble around yourself, a protective bubble, so that when others come at you with their negative energy, their angry energy, their tension, their grief, their sorrow, all of it, it bounces off of you. It's got to start bouncing off of you. Right now, you take everything in, and you've learned how to deal with it to some extent. And it's actually pretty impressive how you say that. They're saying it's impressive how you can stay calm in a really upsetting situation. A lot of the time, but not all the time. When someone gets through and knocks you off of your emotional pedestal, you go haywire. Your emotions get the best of you. So they want you to harness that inner power you have and create that bubble. They're saying make it as hard as glass so that you're still can see and feel and hear, right? You still want to be receptive to people and empathetic to people, but you don't want it to be able to penetrate your energy and affect you and your emotions. All right, that's very good advice. Probably for everybody. All right, and then we have the Page of Wands reversed. Hold on one sec. I just want to see if they have a message about that card specifically. Okay. They're saying, now you may be like a reader, a medium. You really could be, it really in any spiritual field, this is going to come up. But when you need to address someone, give them unfortunate news, tell them something they don't want to hear, help them with a situation that they're going through, you know, but that maybe there's some like hard truths in there that need to be addressed in some way. Spirit's saying you sometimes go too far. In either direction. Like in some cases, you don't want to say anything because you don't want to be hurtful. Right? But when you don't say anything, when you don't address like the reality, the truth of their situation, or the elephant in the room, they don't get the help they need. But on the other extreme, when you do address situations or give difficult news or whatever it may be, they're saying sometimes you go too far and it comes across as too harsh. It's not kind enough. It's like too direct. So that is something you have to learn. How to balance that, how to be honest, how to give honest feedback and advice and guidance. Anyone in a spiritual, on a spiritual path, on a spiritual calling, in a spiritual business, in some way, gives guidance, right? Helps the people they're working with and for. And you need to find that balance between being honest and genuinely helping them with something that may be difficult to hear, and doing it with such a level of compassion that you don't make it worse. I mean, you don't hurt their feelings. Or like they're saying nudge them over the line where they stop hearing you. Because you've said something that triggers them. Okay. That's something to be, aware of, for sure. All right. They want me to pull some more cards. We're going to go a little deeper on these and see what else they can tell us. All right, we have the Three of Wands reversed, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and again the King of Cups reversed. And let's pull one more. Let's go ahead and clarify the advice. We haven't talked about the advice yet, but we'll go ahead and get another card just so we have it. Looking for the perfect card, y'all. All right. And Knight of Swords reversed. Okay. All right, so the Magician and the Three of Wands reversed. You have created this calling for yourself. But where you're getting stuck is how to implement it with the Three of Wands reversed. You did an amazing job of deciding what you wanted to do and creating that for yourself. Bringing that into your life in some way. Teaching yourself, whatever it was. You were focused and driven and determined, and you created it. But implementing this has been a little bit more challenging for you. Like, now that you can do this thing, what do you do with it? Okay, any words of wisdom there, Spirit? Yeah, okay. They're saying, yes, stop trying to play small. You're not small. This is big. What you do and how you do it is something special. And it requires action. Don't go the lazy route. Don't go the easy route. Don't go the passive route. You need to take action. And be the one to what? You have to be the one to pursue your life. The life that you want. You have to pursue it. Don't wait for it to come to you. Go after it. Okay? That's great. We have the Five of Wands and the Six of Swords. Again, like they said, there's lots of competition for, whatever it is you do. But to reach some level of success, which is what you want, and whatever success means for you, you have to leave something behind. You can't take some things or possibly some people with you. It won't be a match. So think about the things in your life, possibly the people in your life, that pull you away from your calling, that steal your energy, that steal your strength, that steal your courage. Let go of those things. Spirit will replace whatever you lose. Whatever the cost is, whatever you're walking away from, Spirit will replace it with something better. So don't be afraid to walk away from something that is affecting you negatively on a personal level, which then affects the pursuit of your calling. Okay? And then we have the King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Again, we were talking about protecting your emotions, right? The bubble. Not letting other people's emotions get to you, but still being receptive to them, finding that balance between hearing, seeing, understanding, but not taking it in, making it, letting it internalize and affect your mood and your day and your life. Okay. And with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, okay, they're saying there's a tendency for you to want to wait for the money to come in first before you pursue your calling. Like you want to make money at it before you pursue it. And they're saying that's not how it's going to work. You have to pursue it, and then the money will come. Then the success will come. What else did you want to say about that, Spirit? They're saying there's no easy way to move forward. You have to take a chance on yourself and on what you know to be true. Don't let the outside world change your mind, affect your drive, your determination. You can do this, but you have to believe with your whole heart and not question whether the money will come or whether the money should come. It's supposed to come, and it's going to come. But you have to believe, and you have to pursue it. It's not going to come to you. Okay? And then the Page of Cups reversed, and a second King of Cups reversed. So finding a way, learning, right? Take a class if you have to. Watch some YouTube videos on it if you have to. Read a book, whatever you have to do. Learn from someone if you can. How to give advice, give guidance, support someone who is in a challenging situation without going too far and hurting them or having them shut down or just shying away from it altogether. Find a way to learn how to do it right down the middle. How to be the most help for your customer, your client, your whoever you're working for or with. You want to be the most help to them and the least hurt. No hurting is ideal. But in order to do that, you do have to learn how to manage your own emotions. Because sometimes when you're giving advice or giving guidance or feedback or showing someone the way about something, your emotions creep in. Your own personal triggers start to come out. And so you get a little bit upset. And that's why you either back off completely or you go too far. And it very much explains why, they're double emphasizing this King of Cups reversed. This is who you want to be. The King of Cups upright. All manner of things can be going on around him. When you look at this card, you could see the waves at the bottom, the water is crashing against that rock he's sitting on. And he's calm as can be. The water in his cup is not even sloshing. He's not even noticing, right? He's calm. He's comfortable. He knows his own self well enough to manipulate and manage his own emotions and to protect them. Once you learn how to properly protect your own energy, you'll do a much better job of protecting someone else's when it's time for you to help them, guide them, direct them, tell them something they need to hear. You'll find you are much more compassionate and understanding when you understand your own emotions even better. Anything else on that, Spirit? Okay. All right, the advice. Nine of Cups and the Knight of Swords reversed. The Nine of Cups, focus on what you want. You know, if you're familiar with tarot, the Eight of Cups is all about walking away from something good and walking toward the thing you want most, right? Spirit wants you to remember that. And they've sort of given that message here in different places, right? This is your dream. This is your calling. This is something that you can't shake even when you want to. But you have to know that to get to where your wishes come true, and that's what the Nine of Cups represents, wishes come true, you may have to walk away from something or some things that are also good, but not good enough. There might be good things about a situation, maybe it's the city you live in, the community, a group of people that you find yourself within. You know what influences are in your life that are, not horrible, but not good enough. Focus on that. Leave behind those things that don't belong in your future. When you're ready, you will do that. Hopefully. If you want this to all to come to fruition, that's what you'll need to do. And remember who you are. You're the person who created this to begin with. You gave yourself this gift, this passion. You didn't manifest it, you created it. Because you wanted it so badly that no was not an answer, was not an option. Remember that about yourself. And then we have the Knight of Swords reversed. What do you want to say about that, Spirit? They're saying you can't rush it. Pursue it, yes. Do what you can physically, actively, to make your dream come true. Take action. But don't be in a hurry. This can't be rushed. You can't speed through this process. It doesn't work that way. They're saying you won't get what? They're saying you won't get your dream from speeding past the exit. All right. You don't know exactly where this dream is taking you, right? So they're giving me this imagery of a car speeding past the exit, not realizing they missed their turn because they were going too fast. Slow down. Take the side roads. Take your time. Go for it. Like, if we're speaking in metaphorical terms, get in the car and go. Don't sit on your sofa and hope it comes to you. Get in the car and go and make it happen. But go slow. Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the view. Watch for the signs. The signs will tell you where to go and how to get there. But if you're going too fast, you're going to miss it. That's great. It's a good message. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, they're saying also, don't be in a hurry to make the money. The money is coming. You are meant to make money at what you want to do. If you decide not to make money at it, that's up to you. But Spirit is saying your energy, your gift, your persistence, your desire to make this happen, to create it and to make this happen, deserves to be rewarded. And it will be. You've got that coming for you. But don't be in a hurry to hit the jackpot, so to speak. Because they're saying the money will just complicate things too early on. If you're too focused on making the money, say that again. If you're they're just saying if you're, it will just make you being focused too much on the money too early, too soon, will only bring more focus on the money. When early on, focus on the gift, focus on giving and receiving and learning and growing. And take it one step at a time. Should they not make any money? That's not what they're saying. They're not saying don't make any money at it early on. If it's the right time, you will make some money at it. Accept what comes your way as a gift from the spirit world, from the universe, from God, from Source. It's a gift to thank you for what you're doing. But it's not the money you're pursuing. Pursue the gift. Pursue the giving. Pursue the helping of people. Let the money come on its own accord. As you grow and as you are ready to receive, according to them, not according to you, it'll come at the right time. If it comes too soon, your focus will change and it will become all about the money. Like, oh, I'm making money. How much more money can I make? How much? They don't want the focus to be all about the money in the beginning. If money comes, cherish it, accept it, love it, be grateful for it. Understand it's a gift. You know, a gift of thanks to you from the universe for what you're doing. But don't let that be the focus. But also know it's not going to stay like that forever. You're going to make a lot of money at this. Spirit's saying absolutely. You are not meant to be poor. You are not meant to be broke. You are not meant to pursue your calling and have a terrible life outside of that. You're meant to have it all. But you gotta let them take the lead on it. And trust. A lot of trust. A lot of belief that you just gotta hold on to. And don't let it go. All right, y'all. Thank you. That was a pretty incredible reading. There were some really good messages all the way through it, I thought, just for anyone. So if anyone stuck it out and you don't have a spiritual calling, yeah, I think you probably got some good advice regardless. But for those of you with a spiritual calling, I hope that this was what you needed to help you move forward. So thank you for being here. If it did resonate, of course, I hope you will hit that like button. Leave me a comment if you want to tell me what your gift is. I would love to know what your calling is. I would love to know. And, thank you for being here. I appreciate that most of all. All right. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 2. Okay, we are going to take a look at your calling and what Spirit wants to tell you about that, what they want you to know about it. So for starters, I've got a couple of cards here. They're going to sort of help identify what your calling is, so that hopefully you'll know if you're in the right reading or not. And if you're unsure what your calling is, maybe it will resonate and we'll give you some clarity there. And then we'll look at tarot cards and go from there. All right, your first card is the Ace of Matches reversed. And I'm going to read the words to you. They don't necessarily have to do with your calling, but because they're there, I'm going to read them. It says distraction, hesitation, unmotivated. Okay. And then we have card number 9, which is passion. Okay, give me just a second. I want to hear what Spirit has to say about this. Okay, they're saying that your calling, so take this as, if it resonates, your calling is to be in a position or a role to help people, to help bring them together when they're having difficulties, particularly in like relationship difficulties. Would it be anything else, Spirit? You're saying someone who brings people together and helps them work out their problems, their relationship problems or otherwise. But specifically, maybe not for all of you, but they are going to get specific because it is, I don't know, they want to, but specifically helping couples. Now, that may not be for everyone. The more general message is, your calling is to be in a role to help people who are struggling. I mean, would it be anything else besides like helping couples stay together, keep together, work together, do better together? They're saying it's not necessarily couples, it could be families. You could be helping children stay together. Like foster situation, helping siblings stay together. Okay. So it could be a variety of things, right? They're saying helping to bring people back to their life force, which is a very woo-woo way of saying, like, helping people live their best life again, or maybe even for the first time, to feel good about their life, to bring people together and help them stay together. So it could be anything from like a marriage counselor, a matchmaker, someone who helps, foster kids, family counseling, sex therapist. What else could it be, Spirit? Okay. All right. Anything that helps people come together when they have been previously separated or split apart. Okay. And they're relating it to this Ace of Wands reversed. They're saying it's like the spark has gone out, the fire has gone out, the light in their life has gone out. And you are there to help bring some spark back into their life in some way. I feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with couples, romantic situations, matchmaking, couples therapy, anything that might help keep couples together. But again, they did also mention those other things. So take, take what really resonates with you, take what feels right in your heart in this area and apply it to that. If your calling isn't anywhere near this area, then your reading is probably one of the other two readings. Okay, let's get some cards on the table. Okay, they're saying it's also for people, like helping people stay together, not necessarily people who have been separated. Could be, but also helping people who are struggling to stay together, helping them stay together. Okay. All right. We have the Sun card, the Seven of Wands reversed, the Emperor, and the Chariot reversed. And I'm going to pull one more as an advice card from Spirit. And your advice card is the Six of Swords. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, give me just a second. I want to take these cards in, see if I get some initial messages from Spirit for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Okay, they're saying there is a message here that you can't save everyone, but you can save yourself. They're saying be sure you know what you're doing and how you're doing it before you jump in, head first, whatever. Before you just absolutely jump in. You want to get this right. Not so much because it will or won't help other people. You will help other people. But you want to be sure you don't negatively affect your own energy. This is, it feels like a kind of a volatile area, dealing with other people's struggles, their strife, their anger, their hatred, even in some cases, their problems. You're saying you have to learn how to not take any of that internally, to not take any of that in, to advise, to guide, to lead, to project, but don't internalize. Your energy matters too, they're saying. And that's an important message. Okay. But they're saying a noble calling, a noble goal. You're doing a good thing. You're helping people find love again, whether it's couples or it's families, children. You're bringing love back into people's lives and helping them see love that is there, helping them dig it up, uncover it. It's not an easy task, because a lot of times when people decide that they're miserable, it's really hard to convince them that they don't have to be, that they can be happy again. So it's a big job, this thing you want to do, but it's a good one. They're calling it noble. It's a noble calling. Okay, well, that's lovely. That's lovely. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the cards. Your first card is the Sun card. At the heart of all this, you want other people to be happy. They're saying you have a joyful spirit. You do understand the dark side, so maybe you have been down a road where you have lived through some of these things, and that's why you want to help. But you've overcome, and you allow your joyful spirit to take over. And you want others to experience that. You want children to understand the joy of being a child, a happy child in a good childhood. You want couples to know what it feels like to come back together or to stay together and reignite that flame. To help families enjoy each other's company, bringing love back to people and joy and happiness. This is where your heart is. It's where your light is. Spirit is saying that they're showing me that this is who you are. And that's why this is what you want to do. That's why this is your calling. Because it's so much a part of who you are. And you love and appreciate that. And you want to give that gift that you have to others. That's lovely. Okay. Then we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Spirit is saying when people are struggling to keep a relationship or a family or a partnership of some kind together, it can sometimes feel like a losing battle. You're able to step in and see things that they cannot see. Show them a perspective that they're missing, that they're not seeing, they're not acknowledging, that maybe they don't even realize is there. You're able to show them this new perspective. From your point of view, yes, but in a way that helps, like genuinely helps them see things differently. Spirit's saying you do have a gift for that, of helping people see things in a new way. Through your words. Through your words. They're saying you tend to have the right words to get people to understand, to have it click. Anything else you want to say about? Okay. Okay, then you have the energy of the Emperor. Hold on one sec. They're talking about wanting to be in control. And I just want to clarify exactly what they mean by that. Okay, so I would say for a lot of you, this calling of yours, your ultimate goal, your dream is to be your own boss. To be able to do this thing that you are so good at, that you want to do, that you are driven by and passionate about, but do it on your own terms. Do it for others, but also for yourself, and not necessarily for an employer. Okay. What else do you want to say about the Emperor? Okay. All right. They're pointing out the two ram's heads on either side of the throne. One's looking, they're looking in opposite directions. And they're pointing it out to me just as a way of explaining that you have a way of seeing both sides. The good and the bad, different sides of a story. Understanding the scenario from different points of view. But also, it's like you get the emotional or the spiritual or the intuitive side, and you're able to bring it together with a very grounded, like very real side, earthly side, and somehow combine those together. That's interesting. Okay. And then we have the Chariot reversed. Spirit saying you see yourself going forward in this direction. It feels like a new direction. But right now you're a little bit lost. You're actually not sure which way to go, what direction to take. What steps to take to get there. Yeah, they're saying you're a little bit at a loss here. It's like you know what your heart is telling you. You know what you're good at. You know what you ultimately want. You know what you want to do to help other people and what you want to do for yourself. You just don't know how to get there. You don't know how to make it happen. At least not within the full scope of everything you want. Okay, all right. Well, let's get some more cards. Oh, I'm gonna use a different deck. Let's get some more cards and we'll go a little deeper and see what else Spirit can tell us about you and about your calling and what you need to know about it. And y'all, if this reading resonates, if you find it helpful at all, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up. It helps my channel, honestly, and I really appreciate that. It just helps it grow. And more importantly, it helps other people find videos like this one so they get the messages and the help that they're looking for as well. So much appreciation if you do. And of course, if you're ever looking for a personal reading, you can book one on my website, pink22tarot.com. Okay. All right, we have the Five of Wands. The Sun card again. When they come up more than once, you know it's an important message. The Wheel of Fortune. You were waiting for just the right card there. When I'm shuffling, I listen for them to tell me or show me to stop. Sometimes it happens very quickly, and sometimes they got to search a little bit for the perfect card. And I love it when they do find it. And Three of Cups reversed. All right, I'm going to pull one more just to clarify the advice. I know we haven't talked about it yet, but we'll go ahead and pull a second card so we are ready to go and we're ready to talk about the advice from Spirit. And the Magician. Okay. All right, so the Sun card and the Five of Wands. They said you have a lot of energy, a lot of light, a lot of enthusiasm, but you're still learning. The Five of Wands in this instance is it's often looked at it as a card of competition. People battling, but it's generally meant in a sense of play. Like these are traditionally like warriors in training. They're sparring against each other to learn how to fight the battle ahead. And in that way, you are also still learning. You're learning how to do what you want to do. You do have a gift for it, but there are some nuances that you do need to learn that are going to help you, number one, protect your own energy, and number two, to help you build a business, as well as helping other people. But Spirit is saying you have a gift for that. Not to say you don't have, there isn't always more to learn, but really what you're more going to struggle with is going to be protecting your energy and then building and growing the actual business side of it. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands reversed and the Sun card. This is a reinforcement of that energy of when people are struggling, when they are feeling at their lowest, when they're tired of fighting, when they feel like they can't win. you will be able to step in. And if you, I don't know if you can tell on this card, but it's almost like this sun is, like it's, you know, she's got this glow, this light that's either coming from the sun to her or from her to the sun. It's this almost like a direct ray. And spirits, it's like you have a direct connection to something much bigger than you, to a source that gives you this energy, this ability to help people see the brighter side of things, find the answers they need, give them hope again, get them to a place of love again. They're saying you have this gift and you are absolutely on the right track to want to use that gift to help others as well as yourself, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with using your gift to help others, but also, you know, helping yourself, right? That's the give and take of the universe, and it's not only okay, it's expected. All right, so we have the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. You want to be your own boss in some way. You want to run the show. You want to do this your way, on your terms, which is going to take some work on your part. You need to learn the ropes of owning your own business, of running your own quote unquote store. Even if your goal isn't to actually have your own like entrepreneurial business, it's to be the boss, to be the leader of wherever you are employed. Spirit's saying one day you may ultimately decide to run your own business. If that's not in your sights right now, maybe don't rule it out for the future, because it's probably in the cards if you want it. But with the Wheel of Fortune, they're saying very clearly that this is a successful venture for you. You are going to be rewarded for your kindness, for your willingness to share your gift to help others, and to be a part of something bigger than you, to be a part of, honestly, making the world a little bit of a better place. Spirit wants to reassure you that you will be rewarded for it. You're not going to suffer for your cause. You will succeed for your cause. Anything else about that, Spirit? Spirit is saying you're going to see what you believe. So believe in the best. Believe the best is coming. Believe success is coming. Believe you're going to learn what you need to learn, and that you're going to be able to do it and handle it and thrive. Believe it and you will see it. If you don't believe it, it won't happen. It's like your dream will wait. You know, it's like a seed, you know, in the packet. You got to plant it in some soil and give it some water. You know, the soil and the water is your belief and your actions to make it happen. You know, learning what you have to learn and doing what you have to do. But you got to have both. You have to take the steps and you have to believe. And when you do, the seed will sprout and grow. But as long as you leave it in that dry, empty packet, seed packet, it'll just sit there dormant and wait for you to be ready. It's not going to happen by magic. The magic happens when you believe and take action. Okay. All right. So we have the Chariot reversed and the Three of Cups reversed. Yeah, Spirit saying, again, you don't exactly know where you're going, right? You don't have a plan laid out for you. There's no map for how to do this, at least, in your mind. You're not sure what to do. It's like you want some guidance. You want someone to tell you, do this, then do that, then do that. So what do they do about that, Spirit? They're saying seek guidance. Ask someone who's been there, who has started their own business, or who has done this kind of work. Don't be afraid to ask. Okay, hold on 1 second, yeah? Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're saying this is the missing piece, is learning what you need to learn to get there. And that's really where the Three of Cups in reverse is coming in. You have so much to be excited about and so much to celebrate in advance even. And you're already you have such a joyful spirit. But it's like part of you gets discouraged because you can see this dream, you know it's there, you know what you're good at. It doesn't seem possible to you. It seems fake. It seems like a fantasy. Like, wouldn't it be great if I could do this for a living, sort of thing? But you can. And you should. So don't let a lack of direction get you down. Don't let it dampen your spirits. The direction will come. Find mentors, find classes, even find YouTube videos and books. Start looking for resources to help you discover the path to what you want to do. Even if it's not specifically related to your gift and your calling, start somewhere. Start with business ownership. Start with even spiritual books that talk about how to protect your energy. You know those are the two areas. Spirit's telling you those are the two areas you need to focus on most, right? Find resources. This is how you turn these two cards around so that you're in a place of moving forward with confidence and control and having the passion and excitement of succeeding, of knowing that you've helped people and brought them happiness. That's how you get there. But right now, these are both in reverse. They won't stay that way. They don't have to stay that way. How about that? Okay. So the advice from Spirit. We have the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, but also you should know, like, this reading has Six of Wands written all over it, right? With the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor and two Sun cards. The Six of Wands is the success card, right? This is not a flash in the pan kind of success for you. Put in the work, take the steps, learn what you need to learn, and your success will be, they're calling it golden. Long-lasting, golden success. It's a golden opportunity that you can fulfill, and not everyone could. Okay? All right, so back to the advice. Six of Swords and the Magician. So let's start with the Magician. The Magician tells us that you have all the tools you need at your disposal. What you don't have yet is you don't have the tools necessarily in your lap. They are there, right? The tools you need to learn what you need to learn, to grow, to get to a point where you need to be successful at this. They're saying the resources are there. The advice is find them. You have the ability to find what you need, to pull in what you need from the universe, right? Ask for it. Ask Spirit for it. Ask Google for it. Ask YouTube for it. Ask a librarian for it. But ask for it and you'll get it. Now that you know, maybe you didn't know before exactly where you should start. Spirit's telling you where to start. Start with how to protect your energy in these what will be stressful situations, high tension, energetic situations, and how to start and grow a business successfully. Especially like a consulting kind of business, you know, it's a specialized sort of field. The tools are there for you to access. And then with the Six of Swords, they're wanting you to let go of what? Oh, okay. They're saying, right, you need to let go of the need to be in control right now. You will be in control one day, right? You'll be in a position to be able to, you know, potentially run your own business, do your own thing. You'll be in a position of authority and power and ability and capability and social responsibility. But let go of that need for control today. Because today, right now in your life, what you need is help from others. And you need to be open to that, open to suggestion, open to feedback, open to learning something new. You may know how to do things one way, but Spirit is saying there are others out there who are willing to help you learn different ways so that you can be multifaceted in your growth. So just like this, you know, person in the boat, get in the boat, let someone else take the lead for a minute. You know what I mean? Let them take you where you need to go. Learn from them. Experience something new through the experience of others. Learn something new through the experience of others. Whether that be books or videos or classes or people. People are best, Spirit is saying. If you can learn from actual people, talk to them, ask questions, tell them you want to learn, and can you pick their brain? There is nothing that compares to actually having this kind of conversation or relationship with a real live person. But in lieu of that, fill yourself with as much knowledge and as much of other people's experience and their learning as you can. Because other people have been in some way, have been where you are and have gone past it and have succeeded and grown and done what you want to do. So they've already learned those lessons. So take this time to learn from them because they have something to teach you. And again, they're saying, people, real life people are best. Even Zoom people are okay, are good. But if you don't have any real life people that you know of today that you can start talking to, or maybe you're too shy to, I don't know, you don't seem like the shy type, I'll be honest. Your energy feels very open, but you might be shy about some of this. Books, articles, videos, TED Talks, YouTube. Make it your mission to be open to ideas and support and feedback and information, and learn. Soak it up like a sponge. Learn as much as you can. The more you can take in and make yours, the better you will be and the quicker you will ascend to the next level. It's great advice. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? Oh, they're reminding you that you need to believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing. And know that Spirit believes in you too. They're backing you. They want you to do this. They want you to learn. They want you to get it right so that you succeed, so that you don't give up because you're not succeeding. They want you to get it right. But they wholeheartedly, 1000% believe in you, that you can do this, that you can help people, that you can run your own show, that you can make the money that's going to make you happy and give you the life you want in exchange for helping others. Your calling is a gift. And it's a noble gift. So take it seriously. I know you do. Embrace it. Learn as much as you can. And know that Spirit is going to help you. They want you to succeed. Because when you succeed, the world becomes that much better of a place. Wow. Okay, group 2, that's all I've got for you, but I guess you have your marching orders, so good luck to you. I would love to know what it is that you are working on, or what you've, specifically what your calling is, if you want to share, no, no pressure, but I'm a curious person by nature, so I would love to know. If you want to drop a comment down below, I read all the comments, every single one. So if you want to share, I would love to hear what you have to say. But most importantly, I want to thank you for just being here, for watching this video, for supporting my channel, and I will see you next time, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. Okay, we are going to take a look at your calling. Maybe you know what it is, maybe you don't, maybe you're curious, maybe you have an inkling, but Spirit's going to help clear that up for us a little bit and tell us what you need to know about it, or what they wish you knew. So I've got a couple of cards that are going to help identify, the calling that we're going to be talking about, so you'll know if it resonates with you before we get too deep into the reading. All right, so let's start there. So we have the Judgment card, and the words on here say awakening, epiphany, and calling. That's nice. And then we have card number 3, and it says growth. Okay, give me just a second. I want to see if Spirit can tell me anything about these cards and how they relate to your calling. So give me just a sec. They're saying your calling is meant to be more than just a job. So that's for starters. It's a way of life. It's a way of life that's going to help others because of what you do. Okay? You're saying you're going to be meeting people from all walks of life. who are going to have problems that are similar to ones that you have lived through, you have experienced, you have like walked yourself through, gotten yourself through. So you're going to identify, even though they're going to be all different kinds of people, you're going to identify with their problems and their challenges, and even their mistakes, or what they think are mistakes. And you're going to be able to help them. They're re-emphasizing this is more than just a job. They're saying it does have a job component to it. You'll go to work, you'll make money, you'll help people in that way. But it expands far, far beyond what a typical job would be. It truly is it's a way of life. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. All right. So we'll get into the tarot cards. So that's very interesting. And of course, if this reading does resonate and you watch it and it helps you, I hope that you'll consider giving the video a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. It helps more people find these videos and get the readings and the messages they need. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a little bit of free gratitude. And I am grateful for it. So thank you for that. Okay, your first card is the Death card. Okay. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Move these over just a little bit. We have the Five of Cups, and we'll get one more for these cards. And Two of Cups reversed. And I'm going to pull one more that acts as an advice card from Spirit. And the advice is Two of Swords reversed. Okay, give me just a second. I want to take these in, see if Spirit has any initial messages about these tarot cards for you, and then we'll start talking about what's going on here. Okay, they're saying something about you're going to be working for, I'm sorry, say that again, Spirit. Oh, they're saying you're going to be working for the people, okay, in some capacity. It could be a legal capacity. It could be, they're saying legal, they're saying military. Like justice, I guess like a judge or someone that works in a courtroom situation. They're saying they're saying civic duty, like some kind of civic role where you essentially are working for the people. They're saying it is a job. You are going to be working for someone and making a paycheck, and it may be something you're doing now and you want it to grow into more, or maybe something that you haven't considered yet, or that you just haven't, that maybe it's been in the back of your mind, but you haven't taken steps toward it yet. You're saying there's going to be some, say that again. Like something, they're just showing me growth, and I'm sure it ties in with this card of growth in the plant, but what they're showing me is like a bush that grows bigger and bigger and bigger. They're saying it's going to be so much more than just the job. It's like the job gets you interested in this bigger role that you're going to take over time. The role is your calling, not the job per se. They're saying you're going to be coming to the conclusion that this is something you want to do for the rest of your life on a big scale once you get into this job. Or if you're already in the job, once you are to a certain point in the job. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, they're saying there's nothing you need to do necessarily to find your calling. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't get it, what is my calling? They're saying we're going to show you glimpses, like a sneak peek at something that is going to grow into something very important to you and to others. They're saying we're not going to lay it all out. Number one, because there's a lot of people watching this, and you won't all have the exact same calling, but it's more than that. Tell me what it is, Spirit. They're saying it's a message of waiting to see what comes up. They want you to be open to it. And they want you to feel this role. Like when you get into this job, this job of helping the people in some way, there's going to come a moment when you're going to know, you're going to help someone, you're going to change someone's life, you're going to hear someone's story, and it's going to change you. And it's going to make you want to do more than just what you can do with this job. The job is great. The job is going to open the door for you and open your heart for you so that you'll know where you're headed when the time comes. They're saying it's not going to be an easy transition going from one to the other. Are they leaving one and going to the other? They're saying more or less. They're saying the other, your calling, this bigger role, is going to take up a much bigger part of your life than just the job. And so they're saying it's important that you know when the time comes. You don't have to know it now, but it will be important that you know that this is what you want. Because it's almost like once you step in, there's no going back. I mean, there's always going back, so don't get me wrong, but you won't want to. And it will become a very, very big part of your life. All right, well, let's talk about the cards. So we have the Death card. Okay. All right, what they're showing me on this card is, if you can see, the woman and the child cowering from this this horse, and this priest who is like trying to almost, it almost, to me at least in this moment, feels like he's protecting them, like trying to get the horse to go in a different direction. Spirit saying that's you. You will be protecting people from some kind of harm. This could even be like a police officer, a firefighter, someone who works with kids, like on a social worker kind of level. It could take on a lot of different identities. But there's a strong message here of protecting people who are vulnerable and keeping them safe. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Cups. They're saying your calling is going to come to you like a gift. They're saying, they're equating it to like a romantic overture. How to explain that? Because I don't know how to explain that, Spirit. Yeah, they're saying you're going to love what you do. And for a long time, you're going to overlook how hard it is to always be witness to people's problems, people's tragedies, people's hardships. You're going to feel a little bit like the knight in shining armor, coming in to make it better. Like it's your mission. But it is more than that. And the Five of Cups is indicating that over time, there is the, when it comes to the job, hold on one sec. Hold on, they're trying to tell me something, so bear with me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, they're saying with this Five of Cups, it will get, there's going to be times when it's hard because your ability to help everyone, it's not going to be possible to help everyone. And they want you to be really careful about focusing too much on the spilled cups. When there are still 2 full cups, focus on the ones you can save, the ones you can help. You won't be able to help everybody. That's just reality. It's not an easy job. But this is your calling, right? So it is, again, for someone who it's just a job, it's easier to walk away and find another job, right? But when it's your calling, when it is your gift, it's like you need to do this even when it's hard. And there's going to be a part of you that knows that. Okay. And then we have the Two of Cups reversed. Who are they separating from? Oh, okay. They're saying there's going to be either you're going to, or there's going to be a need to separate from yourself at these times. When things get especially difficult, when you're not able to help everyone, when you have to witness people suffering and hurting and dealing with hardships, and there isn't anything you can do, you're going to have to detach from that a little bit. Separate from it a little bit. In order to protect yourself. Anything else on that, Spirit? They're saying be good to yourself. You're no good to anyone else if you don't take care of yourself first. But when you love yourself and you appreciate your life and you open your heart to others, you can change lives. You can save lives. You can change lives. They're saying you could change generations. When you help somebody today, how many other generations behind them are you also helping, right? In some way, because of what you've done and how you've stepped up. Okay, all right. Let's get a few more cards and see. All right, we have the Queen of Swords, Two of Pentacles reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Page of Cups reversed. And I'm going to pull one more for the advice card. We haven't talked about the advice yet, but that way we'll have the full picture when we do. And we have the Ten of Wands. Okay. All right, so the Death card and the Queen of Swords. You're going to be helping people, like we said, protecting them. Okay, they're saying you're going to be helping them in part through the power of your mind. Even though this reading feels very heart-centered, right? Compassionate and kind. Your kindness is what keeps you grounded in the job. Your heart keeps you grounded in the job, keeps you human. But it is your brain, it's your intellect, it's your education, your learning, your words in some cases. That is how you're going to protect people. So it may have something to do with just some examples to help you see, if you go into the law, if you become a lawyer, obviously your words are going to be very impactful in protecting people. Same with social work, or being a judge, a policeman. Obviously you think of police and firefighters as being more active, right? More about action, and that is a big part of those jobs, but they're saying it's your head and your heart that are going to do the most good in changing people's lives and helping people. They're saying not that action isn't important, but this is what you will rely on most, or it's the part of you that will make the biggest impact. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles reversed. They're saying you're going to feel really good about this for a while. But then they're saying, and then, like, finish what you were saying, Peace Spirit. They're saying then things sort of fall a little bit. It's like you're trying to keep all these balls in the air, right? You're trying to help everybody. You want to be this knight in shining armor. You want to be the hero. You want to help and save and you will realize at some point that you can't save everyone. And this will be a moment, like a very impactful moment for you, when you question whether to continue doing this, whether to move forward, whether to give up, and to let go of this calling that's in your heart. The Spirit's saying you're not going to give up. If you do give up, again, it's okay. Free will, you have choice. If you do, you will find there is an opportunity that comes around down the road that sort of they're showing me a hand, like, beckoning. It beckons you in, because it's in your heart to do this work, but it will be trying and it will be difficult, and there will be at least one moment when you want to throw in the towel and give up. Spirit does not think you're going to give up, but you may question it heavily at the time. And again, like I said, if you do give up, it's okay. It won't be the last opportunity you'll have to try again or to step into this role again. So we have the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles reversed. They're saying this is what you'll be doing, of course, with the 5 of Cups. You could, again, find yourself focusing on the ones you couldn't help. Spirit is saying with the 9 of Pentacles reversed, you can't do this alone, okay? The job in some ways may be a solitary job. It will depend on what exactly it is. And you're an independent person and will want to not only do this job by yourself, but more than that, it's manage your feelings about it by yourself. Because you're going to tell yourself, well, if I can help other people, I can help myself. I don't need help. Spirit's saying you do. You're going to need help. Whether that's a therapist that you talk to, a priest, a rabbi, someone like that, a spiritual spiritual guide, I don't know, someone who gives you spiritual guidance. A really intuitive, like, best friend, someone who understands you. Don't shy away from that. It will help you. There is no failure in seeking help. There's nothing wrong, and there's only good in seeking help. For one thing, you are helping to fulfill someone else's calling, someone else's role, someone else's ability to care for you and help you. And that's what we're all here for, right? To find ways to help each other, to get through this life, not having said I did it all myself and for myself, but to say I did this, I did something good to help someone else. And yes, you are going to be helping other people, but allow other people to help you too. It's really, really important. Okay. Then we have the Two of Cups reversed and the Page of Cups reversed. Spirit saying, don't believe everything you hear. What does that mean? Oh, from other people. There will be people in your life who will try to convince you to do something else. To dedicate your life to something else. Spirit saying, if it's in your heart, don't let someone else try to convince you otherwise. But also be careful about what you say to yourself. The kinds of things like, I'm not good enough. I'm not helping enough people. I'm making things worse. I'm not making a difference. That's just clouded thinking. Because you will be helping a lot of people and doing a lot of good. And these people need you. They need you and they need someone like you, right? But you have a unique gift here. This gift of being able to combine your head and your heart. So you're not just like a shoulder to lean on, a good friend who will listen. Those are good. That's a good thing. But you are going to be able to use your intellect and your words to create change for people and with people. Sometimes it's going to be words, like to authority figures, or government, or, it could be any number of scenarios where you're convincing someone else to do something, stating your case in order to help these people. But sometimes it's your words that are going to actually help these people. And it's not necessarily the compassionate, kind words that you give, but the straightforward advice. Like this very logical, very clear-cut advice that you give people. Almost like taking the emotion out of it. But it's good. It's what they need. People need compassion and kindness, but sometimes they need someone also to tell them, tell it like it is and give them the straight truth and solid advice. And then encourage them to go forward and make something of their situation that's better than what they have behind them. And you're going to do that. Very interesting. Okay, so let's talk about the advice. You have the Two of Swords reversed and the Ten of Wands. With the Two of Swords, they're saying they want you to go into this, right, with your eyes wide open. This knight in shining armor, it's a good feeling, right? And it's okay. But don't go into this role feeling like it's all going to be, sunshine and roses, and that you're just going to be able to help people and change lives and make a difference. You will be able to, but it's also going to be very incredibly hard and trying and challenging, and it will hurt you sometimes, and it will devastate you sometimes. And you're going to pick yourself up. You're going to say that again. Yeah, they're saying you're going to put on your shoes and keep walking. But you have to go into it. It's best, right? Their advice is go into it with your eyes wide open. Take the blindfold off. You know, when you look at this upright, these swords are like protecting her heart, and the blindfold is over her eyes. She doesn't want to know. She doesn't want to know. Spirit's saying, you got to know. You got to know going in. Otherwise, the reality of it will crush you, because you'll have these expectations that are like pie in the sky, and it's just not real. If you go in with eyes wide open, you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Know what to expect. And then with the 10 of Wands, they're just saying, don't give up. If you know this is what you want, you're going to know it. It's going to be in your heart, where no matter how hard it is, you're going to find fulfillment and satisfaction from it. You're going to know that you are doing what you were meant to be doing here on this earth, like why you came here. And that will help you keep moving forward. So their best advice is, when it gets hard, keep going. Don't give up. Every hill has an up and a down, right? There's going to be hard times and easy times, very incredibly rewarding times. And times when you question, what the heck were you thinking, right? Which is why they want you to go in, eyes wide open. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about these cards here. We have the Judgment card. Obviously, for some of you, it is about being in the law and order industry. Judgment being a very particular word here, but a very literal word. But for most of you, it really is more about helping people in times of some of their biggest challenges in life. You know, the Judgment card is a wake-up call. You know, even on the card it says awakening and epiphany. You're going to be dealing with other people's wake-up calls and helping them through it. You know, some of the hardest times of their lives. You're going to be helping them through it. And this Growth card, it says that your reach, the difference you're going to make, is going to go so far beyond just your job. I mean, when I look at this picture, what I see is the green stem, right? And then one flower after another flower after another flower after another flower, just like blooming, you know, getting bigger and bigger, and the plant growing. Like, to me, when I looked at that card, it was moving. It was like in stop motion, where, you know, you see something that takes a while, but it grows like that. I don't know, I'm trying to explain what I'm seeing in my head. Sorry, y'all. But that's what it is. It's what starts out as a simple seed or a simple planting or a simple job, right? What you think is just a simple job, or just a job, your career, whatever. It's going to grow into something much bigger. It's going to become a very big part of your life. But more than that, the growth of this plant, meaning the growth of your calling, of what you do, is going to reach far beyond yourself. Again, they're saying generations beyond. You're going to be helping people, families of families, people you've never even met. Your impact, they may not recognize it, they may not know it, but you will have made a difference in their lives in some way for lots and lots of people. So, I mean, that's great. That's great, y'all. Anyway, that's all I have for you, but what an incredible calling. I wish you all the love and luck here. It's not an easy job, but I am endlessly impressed by people who are able to do this kind of work and help people and change lives. So, sending you guys lots of love and hugs, and I would love to know what it is that you are, thinking about doing or maybe doing now, and your thoughts on that. So if you want to drop a comment down below, I always love to read your comments. I read every single one, I promise. So thank you very much. I appreciate your being here, and we'll see you next time, y'all. Bye-bye.